Okay, we're on the road to Torrey on Scenic Highway 12, about 18 miles out of Bryce Canyon City, and we're just starting to get into some scenery here, and we got about 100 miles to go. I just wanted to pan real quick and give you a shot of some of that scenery that's out there. This is the Grand Staircase Escalante National Monument that we're driving through right now. Very scenic drive. Well, we're getting to the steep part now. Elena's beginning to have second thoughts about taking this road. All right, we stopped at a scenic turnout to get a better look at this staircase. There's a quick pan view of it. It's windy today. About a 25 to 35 mile an hour crosswind, but we're handling just fine.
You look like yours.
There's an Airstream only campground there. I read about that place.
Oh, you did?
It's opening May 1st, and it's a drive-in theater and a campground only for Airstreams. Okay, we're climbing out of Escalante, getting into the interesting part now. Elena and Buddy are looking out the window at the scenery. And I don't know how good you're going to be able to see it with the glare on the windshield.
It's very dusty outside.
Very dusty because of the wind.
Not a clear day.
But we're going to be climbing again shortly. Okay, we're at a vista point looking out of just out of Escalante. I just want to give you a view of the scenery up here for probably about 7,500 feet elevation. I'm trying to break the wind, sound is not going to be too good, but we're going to continue climbing. Okay, we're coming up on the Hog's Back. This is the I think the top of the mountain. You can see there 8% downgrade the next 2 miles, and what we've got here is we're going to go right across the ridge. There's going to be a sheer drop on either side, and there's a turnout a quarter mile ahead, which I will stop at and take film. Okay, we're up near the summit, parked at a turnout here, and let me turn around and show you the view. Elena and Buddy are admiring it. That's the road that we have to go down now. You can see it. Probably upwards of 8,000 feet elevation here. Okay, we're at one of the summits, 7,600 feet. Had to climb in first gear to get up here, but the scenery is beautiful. This is a beautiful little canyon we're coming through. We just crossed the Escalante River. Kind of reminds me of Zion a little bit. Very windy here, but I wanted to stop and get a picture of the Escalante River Canyon. We stopped at a scenic lookout. Absolutely gorgeous. Probably still around 8,000 feet elevation. A lot of hikers up here, and the weather's warmer than expected. I wish the wind would calm down a little bit. Well, now we're at the real Hog's Back. Sheer drop on that side and a drop on the other side. I'm sure we're approaching the summit. Here we go now. We're going to go over the ridge. We're right on the ridge. Sheer drop on either side. Taking it slow and easy. Okay, this is it. We're at the top. Probably not going to be able to hear me very well at all. I'm having a hard time keeping the camera straight. Probably 45, maybe just a 50 mile an hour wind up here. 8,800 feet elevation. We're headed that way, and it's all downhill from here. I'm going to cross the road real quick. just to show you on the other side as well. Maybe the trailer will break some of this wind also. There we go. Trailer broke some of that wind. Look at that! Look at that view. That is something else. Really remarkable. Well, we're glad we took it. There's again the Hog's Back right there. Not near as bad as what I was thinking. I'm glad I ended up taking this road. Now it's off to Torrey. Steep grade, but we're doing just fine. Scenery's wonderful. Elena's holding the camera so I can focus on the driving. Very, very nice. We're still on Boulder Mountain, about 21 miles from the junction of Utah 24, right outside the Torrey border. And up here at this elevation, I'm surprised that the trees are still dormant. I guess spring comes late here, especially at this high elevation. It is quite cold. Okay, we're looking out at Capitol Reef, as you can see beyond Buddy's ears. He's checking out the scenery just like we are. Beautiful. 15 miles left on Highway 12. Okay, there it is. That's Capitol Reef National Park. We'll be headed there tomorrow. Beautiful panoramic scenery here on the side of this mountain. I'm standing next to the trailer to help block some of the wind. Seeing this makes me look forward to going to that park tomorrow. Greetings from frigid Torrey, Utah. Holy cow, is it cold here. We came in, weather was still good. It was cold as we reported up on the mountain. Let me show you that mountain. See all those dark clouds over there? That mountain is covered. It's snowing like crazy up there now. We beat the snow by about 2 hours. I'm out here standing behind the trailer to try to break the wind. 50-mile-an-hour gusts, 35 sustained. It's going to be 15 degrees tonight. So, but I wanted to come out and show you some of the view. I'm going to be shooting into the sun. Probably not worth it. But spectacular scenery here. Supposedly the high tomorrow is going to be 53 at the national park. I don't know how much sightseeing we're going to get the chance to do over there. But here's the place. 6,800 feet elevation. And the hose has already been stowed for the night. It is cold out here, like I said. And we're about an hour from sundown. So we had a good time today. The drive was great on Highway 12. Well worth it. Well worth it indeed. And hopefully now we're going to get a chance to enjoy the national park tomorrow, weather permitting. And then off to Moab on Sunday. And I'll be honest with you, we're looking forward to getting to some warmer weather. Winter is not letting go that easily. So that's about all I have to report from here. I'm going to go inside, get in the electric blanket, and hunker down for a windy, cold evening. Until tomorrow, adios. Good morning, Saturday, April 30th. We woke up to clear skies. It was a very windy night. It's still very cold, but very clear right now, and we survived. That's all I could say. The trailer was moving around quite a bit, probably from about the 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts. But here's a better look at these cliffs that are outside our front door. They show better in the morning light than they do in the fading sun of the afternoon, evening. Just doing a quick pan shot. It's really beautiful here. If it was just a little warmer, probably 2 weeks from now it will be perfect. So I'm waiting. My water spigot is still frozen. No water comes out. And as soon as that starts to flow, I'll hook up my water, we'll get showered, and we'll head to Capitol Reef National Park. Alright, here we are, Capitol Reef National Park. I don't know if this is Capitol Reef or if it's Arctic Circle National Park. Man, it sure was cold last night.
What are you talking about? It's warmer.
It's warmer now, but we sure had a cold night. It's about 11:45, actually 11:30 Mountain Time. And it's very quiet here. So we're going to get ready to go in and check the place out. Alright, we're just inside the park, and here's the first site, Twin Rocks. Elena, otherwise known as Mountain Goat Gomez, is getting ready to climb up there. She thinks that she could just go up there in no time flat. And I told her it's an optical illusion. It's a lot farther away and a lot steeper than she thinks. But she's going to try it. So we're going to see. I'll film when she gets to the top or when she tumbles back down. Well, Elena almost got to the top. I think she chickened out. She says she doesn't want to get her pants dirty. So now she's on her way back down. Okay, what you're seeing here is the rift in the plate, the Earth's crust. And that is why we have Capitol Reef National Park, because this rift goes down for hundreds of miles, and I think it ends at Lake Powell. So that is the geologic formation that makes this park special. There's a view of Chimney Rock, an interesting formation. Okay, this is the panorama viewpoint of the rift, and this park really is beautiful. Not at all what I expected. Very rustic, and the rocks are very red. Redder here than anywhere else we've seen. Gorgeous. Here's the fluted wall. This is the castle. Okay, we're on the scenic drive now in Capitol Reef National Park. I'm just doing a panorama of these fantastic rock formations. Absolutely stunning. We're going to be coming through this park on our way to Moab tomorrow, and we'll catch other parts of it tomorrow with the trailer. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, this is the Slick Rock Divide. About halfway down on the scenic road in Capitol Reef. Great. Okay, we've reached the end of the scenic drive at the Capitol Gorge. Here's a tower. It's supposed to resemble a pharaoh's tower. I'm panning over now towards the gorge. There's hardly anybody in this place. Here's the gorge. There's a dirt road that goes in there, but we're not going to take it. Just panning around to give you an idea. Again, very majestic, beautiful. And back towards the road. If we've seen 25 people so far in the 2 hours we've been here, that's been a lot. We're going to stop for lunch on the way back to the visitor center. We're on our way back to the visitor center, but Elena wanted me to stop and take a photo and some video of the Egyptian temple, which is that formation right up ahead there. Here's just some more beautiful rock formations. And you can see how we're on this rift, and the land looks pretty normal there. It just gently slopes down, and then boom, here's the rift right where the road is, and then all of a sudden these big monolith things, these cliffs just okay, I hiked up to a hill. We're on our way back, and I want to get a picture of this divide and this rift from the backside, and this is really a sight. Look at the beauty of that. That's just amazing. All the different strata and the elements of the land, gorgeous. That mountain way out there is Boulder Mountain. We were on that mountain yesterday shooting down at Capitol Reef. So here's the opposite view today, from the park looking up to the mountain. All right, well, we're having a good time here in Capitol Reef National Park. We've had a very good route on the road. Beautiful scenery here. We're very happy that we decided to come to this park after all, having not read or known much about it. Elena packed a nice lunch. How did you like the park, Elena?
I don't want to be recorded.
Elena doesn't want to be recorded. Always with the sandwich in her hand. Buddy enjoyed it too. We're having a real good time. Weather is still cold, probably about 49 to 53 degrees. And there's a breeze blowing, which is contributing to the chill. Well, day 10 is in the books. We had a great day at Capitol Reef National Park. Very rugged place, different than any other national park I've ever been to. I recommend it highly to anybody who may be thinking about coming out this way. Due to the weather, and by the way, there's no wind, very light wind tonight, but it's going to be cold again, well below freezing. And because of that, I've opted not to barbecue. This is the only camping trip I've been on where in 10 days on the road I've barbecued one time. So hopefully as we get into warmer weather, I will barbecue more often. But because of the chill in the air, we've gone out to a nice little 5-star southwestern cuisine place here, Cafe Diablo in Torrey, and I recommend it highly if any of you are ever out this way. Total distance traveled for 10 days so far, 1,150 miles. That includes side trips with the truck, not just with the trailer. My guess is we're probably a little over 1,000 just in terms of towing miles from Sacramento. Tomorrow we're going to get up relatively early, hit the road early for Moab, Utah, nearer to the Colorado border. And there's Arches National Park there, as well as Canyonlands National Park and a couple of state parks that if we have time we will get a chance to maybe tour those as well. So Elena's already toasty warm in her pajamas, ready for bed. It's 7:30 Mountain here, and sun will be setting in about a half an hour. So we've enjoyed our stay, albeit cold, and we look forward to more adventure. We have 13 more days to go on this 23-day trip. So until tomorrow, we will report from the road on the way to Moab. Until then, take care. Okay, we're driving through the park, and what you see there is Capitol Dome. This is the part of the park we didn't get to see yesterday. We left Torrey Campground at 10 o'clock straight up. And we're coming through parts of the park now that we didn't see yesterday. Okay, that little point up there straight ahead is the Navajo Dome here in Capitol Reef National Park. As you can see, very gorgeous scenery here again as we're heading on through on the way to Moab. There's other points up there, up ahead. Elena's walking Bud. What do you think of the scenery?
Very pretty.
Very pretty, she says. Alright, we're going to get back in the car and move on along. Okay, we're traveling through the east end of Capitol Reef, and similar to Zion, the east end of the park, the topography of the rock formations is different. Things seem to be more rounded here, and the rocks are not as red as on the western side.
I don't agree.
Okay, we're exiting Capitol Reef National Park. Now it's off to Moab for Arches National Park tomorrow. We're heading northeast on Highway 24, and this is very desolate land out here. I mean, there's not a soul around for as far as you can see. Just a ribbon of pavement. And the color of these rock formations kind of grayish. Very bland in color. Very different from the red formations that we've been seeing. Elena wanted me to get a shot of this rock formation. She says it looks so perfect. It looks like houses. And at the end of that formation is that monolith. Okay, it's 12:45 Mountain Time. We've stopped at Green River rest stop off of I-70 for lunch. We've traveled about 100 miles. We have 55 more to go. Windy today.
And your trailer?
Yes.
Gorgeous.
Oh, thank you very much.
What year is it?
That's a 77.
It's nice.
Oh, thank you.
I wonder if you're in the windows.
We'll take a break here for about half an hour and then take the final hour down into Moab. The Weary Traveler. Okay, we're on US 191 South, just approaching the greater Moab metropolitan area, if it is considered metropolitan. More beautiful scenery. And right in between the two parks, Canyonlands is on the right and Arches is on the left. And as you can see, the Weary Traveler continues to sleep away. Isn't that right, Elena?
What? You were talking to me?
How do you like the scenery?
It's early yet. We're just entering here.
Well, it's Sunday afternoon, 4:30 Mountain Time, here at Moab, Utah, the Portal RV Resort. Elena and I pulled in about, I'd say 1:45, maybe 2 o'clock. I quickly set up camp, and then we ran off to the market for some much needed groceries. Elena finally got her half and half, and I had to pick up some Kleenex because it seems like I've come down with a cold, or at least a runny nose, from all the dust blowing. Utah is a beautiful state, but damn, it's a windy state. And it's windy here in Moab, but the wind is blowing this time from the northeast as opposed to the southwest. But that tells me that the weather system that brought the wind and the cold is moving eastward. And the weatherman is saying it's going to be 10 degrees warmer tomorrow and 10 degrees warmer than that on Tuesday. Panning down towards the campground, it's quite a ways off the road here. And one thing we notice about Moab right away, this town is crawling with Jeeps and any kind of four-wheel drive off-road vehicle you could think of. I have never seen so many Jeeps in my life, and about 3/4 of them seem to be in this campground. I don't know if there's some sort of a Jeep club gathering or what, and I don't know if they're going to be leaving tomorrow or if they're going to be staying with us. But these people all have big $200,000 motorhomes with Jeep trailers or car trailers behind them. So these people have money and they seem to be on the road a good part of the time. So we're going to have early dinner. It is warm enough to barbecue, so I'm going to be barbecuing shortly and then try to get a good night's rest for Arches National Park tomorrow. Well, believe it or not, here they are, finally able to barbecue. 2 for me, 2 for Elena, and that one right there is going to be for Buddy.
1 for me, 2 for
And
you.
Buddy's
2 for Buddy.
and Buddy's already looking. He's
1
excited.
for me, 2 for you, and 2 for Buddy.
Oh, okay. 2 for Buddy.
Yeah, because we got to give him, some food tomorrow. It's cold. I'm going back inside.
Well, day 11 is now in the books. We had a nice drive today. Flat land for a change, predominantly downhill, coming down from Torrey at 6,800 feet down here to Moab, which is only about, I think, 4,000, maybe 4,500. We had a crosswind, steady breeze all the way, but again the truck and the trailer handled great. No complaints there. We drove 156 miles straight up from Torrey here to the campground in Moab. I'm inside filming because the breeze is still a little too strong and it will play havoc with the microphone on the camera. Elena is on the laptop catching up with some work, and we just finished dinner maybe about an hour ago, and we're ready for what hopefully will be a more comfortable evening. 34 degrees is the forecast low tonight, 69, 70 degrees for the high tomorrow, and 80 degrees for the high on Tuesday. And we're looking forward to the warmer weather. So it's off to Arches National Park tomorrow, and we're very anxious to see the sights there. Until then, adios. Monday morning, May 2nd, and it's 11:25 Mountain Time. We're on our way to Arches National Park. Elena and Buddy are ready to roll, and we have warm weather. No jacket, didn't have to disconnect the water hose for a change, and things are going to be warming up to about the low 70s today. Okay, here we are at the entrance to the park. A nice couple took our picture in front of the sign. That was nice of them to do that. And we're here at the, like I said, right off the highway. Now we have to go up a hill that way to get into the park. So we're going to head on inside now. Alright, we're in the park. We're looking at the map, and we're going to do similar to what we did in Bryce Canyon. We're going to take the road all the way to the top end of the park, and then as we work our way down, we'll stop and take pictures of all the various arches. There's probably about, I'd say maybe 24 arches here. Alright, we're making our way north in the park. Look at this beautiful scenery.
Hey, that thing right there to your left, the
Yeah.
three things sticking up,
Yeah,
it looks like the three wise men, doesn't it?
yeah. Here's the Pine Tree Arch. So big I can't get it in the picture. Okay, we're at the north end of the park. Devil's Garden. Just came from the Pine Tree Arch. Probably about a 3 to 4/10 of a mile hike to get there. And we're going to get a cardio workout today for sure.
Oh, you are. Right?
Tunnel Arch. The Fiery Furnace Lookout.
We'll go back.
Okay, I'm on the trail to Delicate Arch. Elena opted to stay behind. This is a little too much hiking for her. Okay, still on the trail to this Delicate Arch. I think Elena did the right thing by staying behind. There's people climbing that rock up ahead. If I have to climb that damn thing to see this arch, I won't be too happy. Well, would you believe it? I'm climbing this frickin' hill. And people that just passed me said, once I get to the top, I gotta go through a saddle and around a bend. So it's still a ways off. I'm feeling like Fred Sanford, having that heart attack, calling for Elizabeth. Still climbing. Almost at the top. I'll take video on the way down so that you can see the elevation. Still climbing. They say I'm almost there. It better be worth it. Almost there. There's one arch. Better be bigger than that. Okay. We're at the top. This just shows the steepness of the cliff off to the side of the trail, which comes right around that rock. Way out there in the distance, all that glitter is where Elena is and where the truck is parked. And over here is Delicate Arch. Okay, I've moved over a little bit to get a better view of the arch and just show you some more of the spectacular scenery here. The snow-capped mountains in the background. This whole area is like a bowl, and it all slopes down. And you really have to be steady on your feet, which I'm not. In fact, getting down from here is going to be almost more of a miracle than getting up here. But just look at that. That's the rest of the park off in the distance towards the south. Absolutely beautiful. I don't know if Elena would have made it. Maybe she would have. She has no idea. I have no idea how long I've been hiking. Probably 45 minutes. She's probably getting upset, wondering why I haven't come back. And I'll show you on the way down just how steep it is to get up here. I came, I climbed, I saw the arch. Now to get the frick down from this thing without tumbling like a snowball. Okay. Doing the descent. Got a long ways to go. Only about 10% of the way back. Okay, I'm here on the side of one of the rock faces that we had to climb, and I'm coming down, but I just wanted to give you a view of that scenery off in the distance. Look at that ridge line. Just beautiful. I finally caught my breath, but now my legs feel like lead weight, and that's not good. I need to have good footing coming down. Okay, still descending, about 35% of the way down. You can see these people climbing just like I did, and the car is way off in the distance. I hope Elena had lunch without me. Too bad they don't have a hammock up here, because this would be the time to just kind of take a little snooze. I just continue to be amazed at the spectacular view. You really feel like you're on top of the world. Just gorgeous. Okay, I'm off the rock part. Halfway down. Now it's this dirt trail the rest of the way. And you can see the trail leading towards the cars there. Whoa, what a hike. Okay, 3/4 of the way back, and one last look at what I climbed. I still can't believe I did that. Okay, I made it back, and I'm alive to tell the story, but I'm too pooped to pip. So I'm having Elena do some driving. And Elena informed me when I got back what I already knew, which was we were supposed to go to the north lookout. That's where the short trail was. We ended up going to the south lookout, and it was like climbing Mount Everest. Okay, here's a view from Panorama Point Lookout. Way out there in the distance is the Devil's Garden, where those towers are. And then that grouping of cliffs and rocks is, I think, where we just came from, where the Delicate Arch was. Off to the right beyond that is desert, and I'm on the passenger side. I can't do the full pan view. We'll get to the front part of the park later. Okay, here's the rest of the panorama looking to the south. Snow-capped mountains. What did you say that formation was up there?
I don't know. The one to the far right is the balance ball or something.
There's the balance ball, we think. We're headed that way now. Okay, here we are at the windows section of the park. That's the truck way out there in the background, directly in front of that spire. And again, gorgeous scenery. Elena stayed back with Buddy. She's not too impressed with this place. She says if you've seen one arch, you've seen them all. But I find it very majestic, very interesting. Just doing a panoramic view. The only thing about this park is nothing is close to the road. You have to hike a distance to pretty much to see everything. So I've done my fair share of exercise to make up for the last 11 days. But looks like I'm going to be doing some more hiking here in just a second. There's a view, panoramic. Okay, I hiked up to the north window arch. It's big. Again, it doesn't fit in the camera. It doesn't fit in the scene. But it's large. I'll have to take a shot of it farther away. And then off to the south, as I pan around, there is the south window. And if I pan around farther, there's even more little hidden arches in that formation over there. I don't know if you could see it, but it's straight ahead in the shot. Okay, there's a better shot of the north window. Okay, I made a mistake. That is not the south window. That is the turret arch. The south window, I have to hike a ways to get to. Okay, here's a shot of the south window. Also impressive. The rock formations here again, beautiful. Just how they stick up out of the ground. I'm very impressed with this place. Different by far from what we've seen. And there's looking south towards Moab. And way, way down south will be Monument Valley. That's our next stop in a couple of days. But the weather's perfect. Barely a breath of wind, about 70 degrees. Hardly a cloud in the sky. And it sure is nice to feel warm sun shining down, beating on your body once again instead of 50 mile an hour. Okay, I climbed up to a turret arch. Probably got a little bit too close. But I just wanted to take one more panoramic shot of the beauty of this place. Absolutely gorgeous. The mountains off in the distance, probably Colorado. Other windows off to the north. South window. North window. A new arch being formed. And then off down there, a few other arches on the other side of the road. Just pillars sticking out of the ground for no reason. And way off at the end of the parking lot, the truck, where I am headed back now. There's a picture of Balance Rock. Okay, we took one final stop at the Park Avenue Trail. I think that's the courthouse tower up there. Again, just panning across at these beautiful formations. These rocks, some of these rocks have names. I'm not sure which ones are which though. And the park claims that there is a broken arch from who knows how many thousands of years ago. And then looking back towards the north, where we came. Okay, it's 4:30 Mountain Time. We've been in the park exactly 5 hours, and I sure am tired. I got 11 days worth of exercise in 5 hours, but I had a good time here. Off to Canyonlands tomorrow. Well, greetings. We had a very exhausting day at Arches National Park today. At least I did. The videos that you'll be seeing will give you an idea of some of the places I walked to or climbed to, and it really was a special place. Elena didn't really do much of the hiking today. She stayed back in the car with Bud and just wasn't too interested in taking those long walks. I can't say that I blame her, because I'll be honest, I'm exhausted. You can see she and Buddy are already fast asleep. It's 5:20 Mountain Time, and this is time for a nap. It's going to be a late dinner tonight, and I'm going to close this video out and hit the sack myself for some well-deserved rest. I don't think I would have made that hill to Delicate Arch if it wasn't for the regular exercising that I've been doing at the gym for the last 5 months. So I think all that time on the exercise bike paid off. Nonetheless, we soldier on tomorrow to new adventures. Canyonlands National Park is on the agenda for tomorrow. That's about a 45-mile drive from here. A very rugged place, one of the newer national parks. So we really don't know what to expect or what we're going to see there, but I'm sure it will be something new and exciting. So with that, we're going to sign off, take a little nap, probably have some leftovers, and I'll probably take a few Advil tonight before bed just to try to minimize the aches and pains that I'm sure I will have in the morning. Until then, have a good one. Okay, it's Tuesday, May 3rd. We're here at Canyonlands, about 45-minute drive from Moab, and Elena's there with Buddy getting her picture. We're gonna go in and check. Okay, we're about 5 miles inside the Canyonlands Park. We're doing the same drill that we've been doing. We're gonna take the road all the way to the end and then stop for the sights as we make our way back. Don't let this relatively flat terrain fool you. There are some spectacular canyons here that we've already seen. So we'll be looking to capture some of those shots as we move our way along. Okay, we're at the end of the trail. It's a little bit breezy up here, just over 6,000 feet in elevation. This is the Grand View Point Lookout at Canyonlands National Park. And just look at that. The scale is just immense. And look at that little canyon, those canyons there. Absolutely spectacular. You have to see it to appreciate it. Okay, here's another overlook about 1/8 of a mile from the Grand Point overlook. This is looking out to the west. And again, just the scale. The river, I think that's the Colorado out there. Not sure of that though. But the scale of this place is just amazing. Very impressed. And just to show you where we're parked, I'm panning around quickly. There's the truck up there. Elena wore shorts today, thinking it would be warm, but we didn't take into account the elevation increase. So it's probably about 55 degrees up here, and that's a little cold for her. Okay, this is the White Rim Overlook. The sign says it's 27 miles to those cliffs on the other side. The wind is picking up. I'm standing in front of a tree to try to break the wind. Hopefully it's going to work. But again, just spectacular. I've never seen such topography before. Fantastic. We're going to keep on moving. This is the Buck Canyon Overlook. Again, spectacular. Well, what do you think, Elena?
I reserve judgment until I've seen the Grand Canyon.
But,
It looks like a canyon. I
yeah,
would imagine the Grand Canyon looks like this. And you said it's deeper.
I don't know,
It's pretty shallow. It's not that deep.
but it's far, it's wide.
Yeah, it's wide. But I thought the Grand Canyon is wider.
Well,
You see the river off in to your left. You see that blue ribbon?
I see it straight ahead there.
Where? No, I'm off to your left. You see that blue ribbon?
Oh, way out there. I don't think this camera will pick it up. Beautiful. Okay, it's 1:30 Mountain Time. We've stopped here at Candlestick Point Lookout. I don't know which one's the Candlestick. I don't know if it's that thing way out there, or if it's this smaller outcropping just in the distance there. But nonetheless, we're having a great time, and we stopped to have lunch. And the wind has picked up, but it's not cold. It's more of a freshing breeze. And hopefully you'll be able to hear as it's blowing right into the camera. But I'm just totally flabbergasted by the sights. And this is only about not even a quarter of what this park has to offer. This is just the Island in the Sky segment. There are 3 other quadrants of the park that you can't even get to by paved road. But this is an off-roader's paradise for sure. Lots of dirt roads, 4-wheel drive paths, and hikers galore here. Well, off to have lunch and then on to the Mesa Arch. Well, we're in the car having lunch, and just as in Bryce Canyon, another one of our black feathered friends seemed to be able to sniff out that we were eating.
They see
And we've subsequently learned that these are ravens. and they're waiting. He's waiting for a crumb, so we may have to throw him a piece of bread or something, even though we're not supposed to. Okay, we're on our way up to Mesa Arch, but we stopped at Alcove Springs Trail just to come to an overlook here, again to show you the beauty of the canyons. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, here we are at the Green River Overlook, looking out to the west. That river out there obviously is the Green River, and several miles down, still in Canyonlands Park, it merges with the Colorado. That bluff over there, that's where the road is that went down to the far lookout, and we've been traveling that. I'm panning just around. Elena's got Buddy, and they're checking out the sights. And again, just a gorgeous place. I think from here we're not far from the Mesa Arch. We're going to go take a look at that next. Okay, here's Mesa Arch. This is a real sight at sunrise. But I wasn't going to get up that early. Check out the view. How about that? Pretty cool. Okay, before I leave the arch, a distant view picture of it. Now back to the car. Alright, I'm back. Elena's got a pretty good deal here. I hike to the sights and she snoozes with the dog. Okay, we're making our way towards the exit of the park. Here's the Schaefer Canyon Overlook. And as you can see, there's a trail. Excellent for off-road vehicle, four-wheel drive opportunities. This park is full of them. I have some family members who probably would love to be on that road, spend a day or two off-roading. But for us, not this time. Okay, this is the last stop at Canyonlands National Park. And this is the island in the sky. Beautiful. This is one last look at Schaefer Canyon. I hiked all the way out onto a little peninsula that surrounds, or that is surrounded by the canyon. And I just wanted to get one last look. Again, the snow-capped mountains to the east, and the beautiful formations of the canyon. I could tell you there's a lot of wind when you get out into this canyon area. Again, dirt roads leading down to the bottom. There's the strip of land that I hiked down to from the parking lot, and the truck is way up there. So that does it for Canyonlands. We had a great time. You literally could spend a week here off-roading to see the entire park, all 4 segments. We only got to see one segment, but it gives us a reason to come back. Okay, day 13 is in the books. Had a great time at Canyonlands, and now steak on the fire. Elena's going to do some laundry tonight, and then tomorrow it's off to Monument Valley and the Navajo Nation. But before we have that, we're going to have New York strip steak, corn on the cob, grilled, baked potato, and of course a salad. Too bad you're not here to join us. Anyhow, like I said, Canyonlands was beautiful. We could have made a whole 3-week stop just in that park alone. But we have to move on. and that's what we're going to do. So 2 weeks on the road tomorrow. We've got another week or so to go, and we're enjoying every moment of it. So until tomorrow, adios. Greetings from Monticello, Utah. It's Wednesday, May the 5th, excuse me, May the 4th. And we've stopped here. We left Moab right at 11 o'clock Mountain. It's now 12:05 Mountain. We've gone about 55 miles. And the reason we stopped here at Monticello is because that building with the flag is a U.S. post office, and we have to mail Mother's Day cards. So I filled out mine last night, and Elena is in the process of being in the trailer filling hers out. And we'll get them in the mail, and then we'll be on our way to Monument Valley. We're a little under halfway there. Weather is a little breezy, and I'd say probably about 60, maybe low 60s, and it's supposed to get up to the mid 70s today. So I think the weather is going to be going up from here as we go along. Okay, it's 1:45 Mountain Time. We're about 125 miles out of Moab, probably about another 25 to 30 from the campground. We're descending into Monument Valley, and we stopped here at the Mexican Hat Rock for lunch. The wind is blowing a little bit, but it's a warm wind, probably upper 70s is my guess, and really not a great deal to see right here, but we wanted to stop for lunch. We didn't want to go all the way through to the campground before we had lunch, but we should be there in about an hour or so. So there's just a quick look. Interesting topography on those hills there. But the real scenery, of course, of Monument Valley is yet to come, and we'll capture that as we get closer. Okay, we're arriving in Monument Valley now. As you can see, all the monuments out there. We're still a ways away. Well, for those of you who know and have seen the Forrest Gump movie, this appears to be the road where Forrest Gump stopped running. This is US Highway 163, heading south. Okay, it's 2:30 Mountain Time. We've arrived in Monument Valley. We're only about 2 miles from the campground. I just wanted to give you a quick panoramic shot, minus the traffic, hopefully. And the wind is picking up, so I'm talking close into the camera, hoping that you'll be able to hear me. But this is Monument Valley, and I could just picture John Wayne and all the cowboys and Indians running through here, and the stagecoaches. Perfect weather. The breeze plays havoc with the camera, but otherwise keeps the temperature down. And those buildings down there straight ahead, that's the Goulding's Trading Post. That's where we're going to be camped out for the next couple of nights. And I'll just finish the pan. Down there is Arizona. And that's that. So we're going to head to the campground and get hooked up. Okay, it's 6:30 Mountain Time here at the Goulding's RV Park on the Navajo Nation. Off in the distance there is Monument Valley. And so we have a pretty good view of it. I don't know exactly what we're going to go and see tomorrow. I have to check with Elena to see what she wants to do. If we want to just tour the valley here, or take what looks to be an hour-and-a-half drive to Natural Bridges Monument, or another hour-plus drive to go to Four Corners. So we'll have to see. The jury's still out on that. Weather's nice. Of course, the breeze picks up just as I come to film. That's par for the course, I guess. The park was pretty empty when we came in. As you can see, it's filled up. Got the trailer all set up. Nice scenery here. We're in like a little valley surrounded by the red rocks. There's 2 other Airstreams here that just pulled in this afternoon. and we got here probably just before 3 o'clock, maybe 2:30, and got all set up, and then Elena took her customary afternoon nap, and I sat on the computer and did some office work. And so now we're going to have chicken and broccoli with pasta tonight. So the pot's on the stove, water's boiling, and I'm going to be going ahead and frying up the chicken and vegetables. Here comes Elena and Buddy. Yeah, Buddy just had his dinner, and so now she's taking him for his evening walk. I don't think she knows I'm filming.
Check the laundry.
You're going to check the laundry room? All right. Off they go to the laundry. So that's it from here today. Pretty uneventful day. The drive was nice. The road, not as flat as I would have expected. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Up one hill, down another hill, up another hill again. We were doing Humpty Dumpty all day. But again, the truck and trailer performed great. So that will do it for day 14. And we will report from somewhere fun tomorrow. Until then, take care. Okay, it's 8 o'clock Mountain Time, and I'm using my other camera, so the quality won't be as good, but the sun is setting. And I just wanted to come out and give you an idea of how these monuments show up in the waning sunlight. I'm sure early morning sunrise and sunset is the time best to view these monuments. So I wanted to come out and show you that. Elena wanted to go check out the market. I'm just panning around right now. Not much to see out that way. That's towards the northwest, towards the west, into the setting sun. And then here's the complex. As you can see, we're right above, or right next to one of these buttes, or whatever you'd call them. And there's the supermarket over there. That's where Elena's in right now, just checking the place out. And then over here is part of the lodge hotel. I also forgot to mention that the total driving distance today was, I think, 145 miles. There's a gas station and a car wash. So there's the full picture. So that will close it out officially for day number 14.